Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. I have 5 videos of 1 cent. So let's get started. The United States 1 cent coin of 1987, commonly known as the 1987 Lincoln penny, is an important part of modern American coin history. Although it is not made of pure copper like older pennies, it still holds strong interest among collectors, historians, and everyday people who enjoy learning about U.S. currency. This coin represents both tradition and transition, as it was produced during a time when the U.S. Mint had already changed the metal composition of the penny to reduce production costs. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birth anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. By 1987, the Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for 78 years, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. The year 1987 was part of the Reagan era, a time of economic growth, technological advancement, and global political changes. During this period, pennies were still widely used in daily transactions, and millions were minted each year to support commerce across the country. Denomination: 1 cent. 1 cent. Country: United States of America. Year: 1987. Designer: Victor David Brenner, obverse. Minting authority: United States Mint. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Weight: 2.5 grams. Thickness: 1.52 millimeters. Edge: plain, smooth. One of the most important facts about the 1987 penny is its metal composition. 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plated coating. This composition was introduced in 1982 when the U.S. Mint decided to stop using solid copper due to rising metal costs. As a result, the 1987 penny has a zinc core with a thin copper plating, giving it the traditional copper color but lighter weight. The front side obverse of the 1987 1 cent coin features Portrait of Abraham Lincoln, "In God We Trust," at the top. Liberty, on the left side. Year: 1987, on the right side. Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln is one of the most recognized images in American coinage. Lincoln is shown facing to the right, symbolizing strength, leadership, and unity. The reverse side of the 1987 penny shows the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate 150 years since Lincoln's birth. Lincoln Memorial Building, statue of Lincoln visible inside the memorial. United States of America, at the top. E pluribus unum, above the memorial. 1 cent, at the bottom. This reverse design remained in use until 2008, making the 1987 penny part of a classic and long-running design era. The 1987 Lincoln cent was produced at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, D mint mark. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. Proof coins only. 1987 P over 4.6 billion coins. 1987 D over 4.8 billion coins. 1987 S proof about 3 million coins. Because of these high numbers, most regular 1987 pennies are very common in circulation. The 1987 S Lincoln cent was produced as a proof coin, specially made for collectors. These coins feature mirror-like background, frosted design details, sharper strikes, higher quality finish. Proof coins were not intended for circulation and were sold in official U.S. Mint proof sets. Although normal 1987 pennies are common, error coins can be valuable. Some known error types include off-center strikes, double die obverse DDO, clipped planchettes, die cracks. Error coins in good condition can sell for $10 to $300 or more, depending on rarity and condition. Face value: 1 cent. Common circulated coins: 1 to 5 cents. MS-65 or higher: 25 cents to $1.50. Proof: 1987S. Proof condition: $2 to $5. Can range from $20 to $500 plus. Value depends heavily on condition, mint mark, and errors. Collectors often include the 1987 penny in Lincoln Memorial Cent collections, year-by-year penny albums, error coin collections, proof set collections. It is an excellent coin for beginner collectors due to its affordability and availability. To protect a 1987 penny, store in coin flips or capsules. Avoid touching with bare fingers. Keep away from moisture. Never clean the coin. Cleaning reduces value. The statue of Lincoln is visible inside the memorial, making this one of the few U.S. coins with a person shown on both sides. Zinc pennies can corrode easily if the copper coating is damaged. Billions of 1987 pennies are still in circulation today. The 1987 Lincoln cent represents a modern era of U.S. coinage where cost-saving measures met traditional design. While not rare, it remains historically significant and widely collected. Next video. The United States 1 cent coin of 1976, commonly known as the 1976 Lincoln penny, is a historically important coin that belongs to a special era in American history. The year 1976 marked the bicentennial of the United States of America, celebrating 200 years of independence since 1776. Although the penny did not receive a special bicentennial design like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins, the 1976 Lincoln cent still holds symbolic importance because it circulated during one of the most patriotic and celebratory years in the nation's history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. By 1976, the Lincoln penny had already been part of American life for 67 years. During the bicentennial year, Americans were reflecting on freedom, democracy, and national unity. The penny, as the most commonly used coin, became a daily reminder of American history and values during this milestone year. In 1976, the United States was experiencing social change, economic challenges, and cultural evolution following the Vietnam War era. Despite inflation and rising metal costs, the penny remained an essential part of everyday transactions, used by millions of people across the country. Denomination: 1 cent 1 cent. Country: United States of America. Year of issue: 1976. Designer: Victor David Brenner. Mint authority: United States Mint. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Weight: 3.11 grams. Thickness: 1.52 millimeters. Edge: plain. The 1976 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper, 5% zinc. This makes the 1976 penny a true copper coin, unlike later pennies after 1982, which contain mostly zinc. Because of its copper content, the 1976 penny is heavier and often more attractive to collectors who prefer traditional copper cents. The obverse front of the 1976 penny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. "In God We Trust," at the top. "Liberty," on the left. 1976, on the right. Lincoln's portrait represents leadership, honesty, and unity. This design has become one of the most recognizable images in American coin history. The reverse side of the 1976 penny shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. Key elements include the Lincoln Memorial Building, a small seated statue of Lincoln visible inside, United States of America, at the top, E pluribus unum, above the memorial, 1 cent, at the bottom. This reverse design symbolizes respect and remembrance for President Lincoln and remained in use until 2008. The 1976 Lincoln cent was minted at 3. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, D, mint mark. San Francisco Mint, S, mint mark. Proof coins only. 1976 Philadelphia, over 4.6 billion coins. 1976 D, Denver, over 4.2 billion coins. 1976 S proof, about 4 million coins. Because of these high mintages, most 1976 pennies are very common today. The 1976 S Lincoln cent was struck as a proof coin for collectors. These coins were sold in official proof sets and were never intended for circulation. Proof features include mirror-like background, frosted raised designs, exceptional detail and sharpness, Although the regular 1976 penny is common, error coins can be valuable. Some collectible errors include double die obverse (DDO), off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, broad strikes, die cracks and cuds, wrong planchette errors. Depending on the error type and condition, values can range from $10 to $1,000 plus. Face value: 1 cent. Typical value: 1 to 5 cents. MS65 or higher: 50 cents to $3. Average value: $2 to $6. Rare errors: $50 to several $100s. Copper value also adds interest, especially when copper prices rise. Collectors often include the 1976 penny in Lincoln cent albums, Bicentennial-era collections, copper coin collections, proof set collections. It is especially popular with collectors who like pre-1982 copper cents. To protect a 1976 penny, store in dry, cool conditions. Use coin holders or flips. Avoid cleaning. Cleaning lowers value. Handle only by edges. The 1976 penny is made of real copper, unlike modern pennies. It circulated during America's 200th birthday year. The Lincoln Memorial design shows Lincoln on both sides of the coin. Billions were minted, making it easy to find even today. While the 1976 Lincoln cent is not rare, it represents a powerful moment in American history. It reflects the nation's bicentennial spirit and preserves the traditional copper composition that would soon disappear. Next video. The United States 1 cent coin of 1992, commonly called the 1992 Lincoln penny, is an important coin from the late 20th century that reflects both continuity and change in American coinage. This penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which dominated U.S. 1 cent production from 1959 until 2008. While at first glance the 1992 penny may appear ordinary, it holds historical, numismatic, and collector significance, especially because of its composition, massive mintage, and the existence of rare varieties that have attracted serious collector attention. The year 1992 was a time of transition in the United States. Politically, economically, and socially, the country was moving from the Cold War era into a new global landscape. In everyday life, cash transactions were still common, and the 1 cent coin remained an essential part of commerce. Vending machines, parking meters, grocery stores, and small purchases relied heavily on pennies, which is why the U.S. Mint produced billions of them each year. By 1992, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for 83 years, making it one of the most stable and recognizable coins in American history. The design and symbolism of the penny connected modern Americans to their past, reminding them daily of Abraham Lincoln's legacy and the nation's foundational values. Denomination: 1 cent. 1 cent. Country: United States of America. Year of issue: 1992. Series: Lincoln Memorial Cent. Designer: obverse Victor David Brenner. Minting authority: United States Mint. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Weight: 2.5 grams. Thickness: 1.52 millimeters. Edge: plain. These specifications had become standard for post-1982 pennies. The 1992 Lincoln cent is composed of 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper-plated coating. This composition was introduced in 1982 to reduce production costs, as copper prices had become too high. Unlike older pennies, the 1992 cent has a zinc core with a thin copper outer layer. While it looks like a copper coin, it is much lighter and more vulnerable to corrosion if damaged. The obverse of the 1992 penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right. "In God We Trust," across the top. "Liberty," on the left side. 1992, on the right side. Mint mark, if any, below the date. Victor David Brenner's design has remained one of the most respected and recognizable coin portraits in the world. Lincoln's calm and dignified expression symbolizes leadership, honesty, sacrifice, and unity. The reverse of the 1992 penny shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959. Key elements include the Lincoln Memorial Building, the small seated statue of Lincoln visible inside, United States of America, at the top, E pluribus unum, above the memorial, 1 cent, at the bottom. This design is unique because it shows the same person, Lincoln, on both sides of the coin. The 1992 Lincoln cent was produced at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, D, mint mark; San Francisco Mint, S, mint mark, proof coins only. 1992, Philadelphia, over 4.6 billion coins. 1992 D, Denver, over 4.4 billion coins. 1992 S proof, about 4 million coins. Due to these massive production numbers, most 1992 pennies are very common. The 1992 S Lincoln cent was struck as a proof coin, intended only for collectors. Proof coin features: mirror-like background, frosted raised details, extremely sharp strike, high visual quality. These coins were sold in official U.S. Mint proof sets and never circulated. One of the most important reasons collectors pay attention to the 1992 penny is the 1992 close AM variety. Normally, on the reverse side, the letters A and M in America are spaced apart. However, on rare 1992 pennies, these letters appear very close together, almost touching. This is known as the 1992 close AM variety. Extremely rare, found mostly on Philadelphia Mint coins. Considered one of the most valuable modern penny varieties. Can range from $2,000 to over $20,000, depending on condition. Collectors also search for other error types such as off-center strikes, double die obverse DDO, die cracks and cuds, clipped planchettes, weak or missing copper plating. Depending on the error and condition, values may range from $10 to several $100s. Face value: 1 cent. Typical market value: 1 to 3 cents. MS65 or higher: 25 cents to $2. Value: $2 to $5. Close AM variety: thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors include the 1992 penny in Lincoln Memorial Cent albums, modern era and variety collections, proof set collections, educational collections for beginners. It is especially popular because of the excitement surrounding the close AM discovery. To protect a 1992 penny, store in airtight holders, keep away from moisture, handle by edges only, never clean the coin. Zinc pennies are especially sensitive to damage once the copper layer is broken. The 1992 penny looks copper but is mostly zinc. The close AM variety was discovered years after release. Billions of 1992 pennies remain in circulation. Lincoln appears on both sides of the coin. The 1992 Lincoln cent represents the modern era of U.S. coinage, mass-produced, cost-efficient, yet still capable of producing rare and valuable varieties. While most are common, a few special examples have become legendary among collectors. Next video. The United States 1 cent coin of 1997, commonly known as the 1997 Lincoln penny, is a modern American coin that represents continuity, affordability, and everyday life in the late 20th century. Although it may appear ordinary at first glance, the 1997 penny carries deep historical, economic, and numismatic meaning. This coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, and it reflects how the United States Mint balanced tradition with modern cost-saving technology. For collectors, historians, students, and everyday people, the 1997 penny serves as a small but powerful reminder of American values, leadership, and long-standing national identity. The year 1997 was a time of technological growth and economic stability in the United States. The internet was becoming more common, businesses were expanding, and the country was moving toward the digital age. Despite these advances, cash transactions were still widely used, and the penny remained a necessary part of everyday buying and selling. Grocery stores, public transport, and small shops relied on coins, especially the 1 cent coin, to make exact change. By 1997, the Lincoln cent had been in circulation for 88 years, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in the world. Millions of Americans carried pennies in their pockets without thinking about them, yet each coin carried the face of Abraham Lincoln, reminding the nation daily of honesty, unity, and perseverance. Denomination: 1 cent, 1 cent. Country: United States of America. Year of issue: 1997. Series. Lincoln Memorial Cent. Obverse Designer. Victor David Brenner. Mint Authority. United States Mint. Diameter. 19.05 millimeters. Weight. 2.5 grams. Thickness. 1.52 millimeters. Edge. Plain, smooth. These measurements had become standard for modern U.S. pennies after the metal change in 1982. The 1997 Lincoln penny is made from 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper, thin outer plating. This composition was introduced to reduce production costs. Although the coin looks copper in color, the core is actually zinc. Because of this, 1997 pennies are lighter than older copper pennies and can corrode if the copper plating is damaged. The front side of the 1997 penny features the famous right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. "In God We Trust," at the top. "Liberty," on the left side. 1997, on the right side. A mint mark, if present, below the date. Victor David Brenner's design has remained largely unchanged since 1909, making it one of the most iconic coin portraits in the world. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing honor and remembrance. The Lincoln Memorial Building, a small seated statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. United States of America, across the top. E pluribus unum, above the memorial. 1 cent, at the bottom. This design uniquely features Lincoln on both sides of the coin. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, D, mint mark. San Francisco Mint, S, mint mark, proof coins only. 1997 Philadelphia, over 4.3 billion coins. 1997 D, Denver, over 4.4 billion coins. 1997 S proof, around 3.3 million coins. Because of these huge numbers, most 1997 pennies are common in circulation. The 1997 S Lincoln cent was produced as a proof coin for collectors. Characteristics include mirror-like background, frosted raised details, sharp, clean edges, high production quality. Proof coins were sold in official U.S. Mint proof sets and never used in daily transactions. While normal 1997 pennies are common, error coins can be valuable. Collectors search for off-center strikes, double die obverse DDO, broad strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks and cuds, plating errors exposing zinc core. Values of error coins can range from $10 to $500 or more, depending on rarity and condition. Face value 1 cent, typical value 1 to 3 cents, MS65 or higher 25 cents to $2. Value $2 to $5. Rare errors can reach hundreds of dollars. Collectors include the 1997 penny in Lincoln Memorial Cent albums, modern U.S. coin collections, proof set collections, error and variety collections. It is ideal for beginner collectors due to its low cost and availability. To preserve a 1997 penny, store in coin holders or flips. Avoid humidity and moisture. Handle only by edges. Never clean the coin. Zinc pennies can corrode quickly if damaged. The 1997 penny contains more zinc than copper. Lincoln appears on both sides of the coin. Billions were minted, yet error coins are rare. Many 1997 pennies are still in circulation today. The 1997 Lincoln cent represents modern American coinage, simple, affordable, and mass-produced, yet still meaningful. While it is not rare in normal condition, it holds value as part of a long and respected tradition in U.S. history. Next video. The United States 1 cent coin of 1982, commonly known as the 1982 Lincoln penny, is one of the most important and complex pennies ever produced by the United States Mint. This single year represents a historic turning point in American coinage because it marks the transition from traditional copper pennies to modern zinc-based pennies. For collectors, historians, and numismatists, the 1982 penny is especially fascinating due to its multiple varieties, different metal compositions, weight differences, and design variations, all produced within the same year. No other modern U.S. penny year offers such diversity. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, the United States faced high inflation, rising metal prices, and economic uncertainty. Copper prices increased dramatically, making it more expensive to produce a 1-cent coin than its actual face value. By 1982, the cost of copper had become unsustainable for mass production. To solve this problem, the U.S. Mint decided to change the composition of the penny, reducing copper content while keeping the same appearance. As a result, 1982 became a transition year, during which both copper and zinc pennies were produced simultaneously. This decision permanently changed the future of the U.S. penny. Because of the composition change, 1982 pennies exist in two different weights. Weight: 3.11 grams. Composition: 95% copper, 5% zinc. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Thickness: 1.52 millimeters. Zinc penny specifications post-change. Weight: 2.50 grams. Composition: 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plating. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Thickness: 1.52 millimeters. The size remained the same, but the weight changed significantly. The most important feature of the 1982 penny is its metal composition change. Early 1982 pennies, mostly copper. Later 1982 pennies, zinc core with copper plating. Collectors often weigh 1982 pennies to determine whether they are copper or zinc. This makes 1982 the only modern penny year where weight identification is essential. The obverse of the 1982 penny features the familiar right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. In God We Trust top. Liberty left. 1982 right. Mint mark if present below the date. This design connects modern America to its early 20th century roots. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, which had been in use since 1959. Key elements include the Lincoln Memorial Building, a visible seated statue of Lincoln inside. United States of America, E pluribus unum, 1 cent. This reverse design symbolizes honor, memory, and national unity. The 1982 penny was minted at Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, D, mint mark. San Francisco did not produce circulation pennies in 1982. The 1982 Lincoln cent exists in 7 major varieties, making it unique. 1982 large date, copper. 1982 small date, copper. 1982 large date, zinc. 1982 small date, zinc. 1982D large date, copper. 1982D large date, zinc. 1982D small date, copper extremely rare. The 1982D small date copper penny is one of the rarest modern U.S. coins. This variety was never officially intended to exist. Only a few examples are known. Composition: 95% copper. Weight: 3.11 grams. Mint mark: D. Date style: small date. From $10,000 to over $25,000, depending on condition. Collectors around the world search for this penny. Face value: 1 cent. Copper value may exceed face value. 50 cents to $5 depending on variety. Thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors also look for off-center strikes, double die obverse, die cracks and cuds, wrong planchette errors, plating errors. Error values can range from $20 to $1,000 plus. The 1982 penny is essential for Lincoln cent collectors, variety collectors, error coin enthusiasts, educational collections. Many collectors attempt to assemble all 7 major varieties. Store copper pennies separately. Avoid moisture. Use coin holders. Never clean the coin. 1982 is the only year with both copper and zinc pennies. Weight is the easiest identification method. The rarest 1982 penny can buy a car. Billions were minted, yet rare varieties exist. The 1982 Lincoln cent marks the end of traditional copper pennies and the beginning of modern zinc coinage. It stands as a powerful symbol of economic change, technological adaptation, and numismatic excitement. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.